Sometimes it gets mighty stir full living with Aunt Polly, though she did take Tom in after his ma died. Cousin Mary lives with them too, and she's nice enough mostly, leastways nicer than Tom's half brother Sid, one of the lowest creatures got ever sent down in St. Petersburg, and otherwise good enough place for any boy to grow up, he reckons.
Tom and Huck were having such a fine time, they were surprised to see Sid.
He didn't much mind going to bed early anyways. He and Huck had had themselves quite a day at the river. It was worth it. Mostly. Leastways they were laid awake in bed that night to think about his missed holiday on Saturday, and all the other fellows were free to do as they pleased. Worst of all, sure Aunt Polly gave them. Minnesota was in danger of eternal damnation. She suspected was on account of Aunt Polly and the preacher and others forever killing themselves. Why then, feared hell be a place. It was one endless high-board fence. She'd have to whitewash out any end inside it all. It's bad enough to suffer the whitewashing alone, but he knew that before long he'll be coming. Ready to make fun of him having to work on this bright, fresh day. The very thought burned him like fire. It took all the gladness out of his spirit. And then an inspiration hit him, just as Pan Rogers came into view.
Woo-hoo, shut back. Take a leg. Stop.
Ben was a mighty good whitewasher, Tom had to admit, fast, thorough, and mighty in no telling how long he might have gone on so George Harper had sauntered by.
His inspiration was paying off handsome. It wasn't long before Billy Fisher come by. He contributed an eye patch which had come in mighty handy when Tom was a pirate. From Johnny Miller come a dead rat on a string. Willie Mufferson offered 3 marbles, one of them a white alley. Till the morning was over, his bounty included a slide whistle, a piece of blue bottle glass to look through,
One inspiration don't happen to Tom often. Two inspirations was downright unheard of. But as he sat there thinking over the new girl Becky Thatcher and looking at all his newfound treasures from the whitewashing, an idea began to formulate in his mind regarding those risks he yet memorized.
What Mary didn't know was that Tom had his second inspiration of the day. His recently acquired treasure from the whitewashing Troupe was to serve him well. Before Sunday school would start, how a miserable day turned out one of the best in memory.
Well, everybody near laughed themselves silly over that, but it was too late anyways. Tom already had that Bible in hand and had him get another inspiration too. Getting that Bible was the most astonishing surprise of the day. Some of the boys gave Tom spiteful looks as they filed off to Sunday school on account of them trading their trinkets for Bible tickets, but Tom didn't care. It was worth it, and he had special plans for his new treasure.
It was one of the quickest marriages known to men, and what in tarnation was Tom going to do with the Bible? Was with a heavy heart, spent the rest of the day twice divorced in one week. He took the bed at night round in his misery, unable to sleep at all, which probably was a good thing considering what happened next.
Tom almost plumb forgot. The church bell signaled the witching hour, and lickety-split, there was Huck Finn, ready with his dead cat, to take Tom to the graveyard with him. Amy Lawrence and Becky Thatcher vanished from Tom's mind as he crawled out of bed, careful not to wake that scoundrel Sid.
Tom went back home and snuck right back to his bed, though anyone who'd even said. But as he lay there thinking he couldn't get the picture out of his head, Joe Stab and Doc Robinson right in the back. The sun came up the next morning, same as always, but he had a sick feeling in his stomach. Old Willard the gravedigger wasn't known as the fastest moving man in St. Petersburg, but when he came across the scene of Hope's grave that morning, the news spread through town like wildfire. Even Miss Walters gave time from school, for the town would have thought strange if she hadn't.
Well, I just came.
It was a pitiful sight. More folks arriving every minute. Before long, it seemed like the whole town had turned out to view the dismal spectacle.
Poor fellow. Poor young fellow.
Huck and Tom on Black Jackson Island. Black Revenge of the Spanish Man and the Terror of the Seas. Huck didn't have much terror, so I gave him my black eye patch I got from Billy Fisher, which helped considerably.
Huck was off, and truth be told, Tom should have gone along with him. A kind of sickly green was creeping into his stomach. Pipe smoking maybe wasn't for him after all. And another, even worse feeling started coming over him. A feeling that maybe he'd been wrong to run away. And maybe they shouldn't have taken the biscuits and cherry jam and boiled ham and other such valuables after all. Didn't Reverend Sprague preach about that commandment in the Bible? So Tom lay there quiet and said his prayers inside. Weren't nobody there to make him kneel down and recite them aloud. Mightn't have said them at all, but thought better of it. Lest maybe he called down a special thunderbolt from heaven. So Tom told God, as long as Huckleberry and him remained in the businesses, their piracies would never again be solely with the crime of stealing. Then, with the frogs croaking and the owls hooting and the night breeze rustling through the tops of the trees up high, he fell asleep too.
Asleep? What do you mean he's still asleep?
Tom's funeral was the proudest moment of his life. When he finally got home, he got more touched and kisses in one day, for an auditorium moves, than he earned the whole year. He hardly knew which expressed the most gratefulness to God. From Georgia, time passed and Tom found himself here in St. Petersburg. Small boys looked at his heels like little puppy dogs, anxious for a pat on the head. Every one was Thad and Joe, Johnny, Willie, and all the rest were not to be seen with him. Until a couple days later, that Tom came across the very thing.
They made their way to the jail cell, making no way certain Saul. When they got there, wasn't any dogs, nothing. Just old Muff sleeping on the dirt floor was pitiful little cell. It took a while to even rouse him up. Guess he didn't get much in the way of visitors.
John?
Tom and I left the jail feeling more miserable than when they got there. They managed to avoid each other, how they're feeling so badly. Buff's trial started soon after. He just couldn't help himself to hang around outside, like he was drawn there by some secret impulse. And the news coming out was more distressing than ever for Muff. By the end of the second day, there was talk that Joe's evidence had stood firm and unshaken, and there wasn't the slightest question of what the jury's verdict would be. That night, he laid in his bed, more restless than ever, kept seeing old Muff in jail, and hearing those words of his. Little hands, and they helped him more if they could. Finally got to where we couldn't take it anymore. He knew the verdict was scheduled to come down the very next day. And so, even though the hour was late, he snuck out of his bed to pay a special visit to the only one he could do something about it.
Scared as Tom was in the courtroom, he was glad he snuck out to see the lawyer the night before. It's the second time in the week folks called him a hero. Yelling out to him on the street, up and wait to talk, but he didn't feel like a hero. Two things were weighing on Tom. For one, Joe had got away. Those men at the courthouse had quick enough to catch him. No one knew where he'd gone. Half the time he was feared there'd be captured all. The other half he was feared he would be, and then they weren't bad enough. There was his broken promise. He took it pretty hard.
Remember Tom?
Maybe Tom was reading something into it that weren't there, but seemed to him like Becky Thatcher was reconciled with him after their divorce.
He didn't know which direction to choose anyway. It was mighty hard keeping up the notion he knew where to go. He'd never gotten off to McDougal's cave before. He didn't even know how long they'd been in there. 30 minutes? Hour? Whole night? For all he knew, it was Sunday morning. And he would have gladly been sitting in church, listening to Reverend's praise. Distasteful, as that had always been. Becky was gone, out like a light. And him that he was plumb took it out himself. But I figured you should stay away for some reason. Time passed by, slow quick, you couldn't tell, but Becky slept on. Her face looked downright peaceful there. By and by, the little smile even came on her lips. She was thinking about something. It was a picnic, or friends, or mother, daddy. And Tom started thinking too about that old whitewashed fence and that Sunday when he got that Bible and Aunt Polly, Mary, and even Sid, just a little. And Ben Rogers and Joe Harper, and Johnny Miller, and all the rest. Mostly, he thought about love. two of them swimming, fishing, going to Jackson's Island, making their back. You want to see Hook again, be pirates once more. He was starting to wonder if that was going to happen. And then, just when he was starting to drift off himself, who'd have thunk it? Turned out to be old Muff Potter, who lead them out of the darkness into the light. It was the happiest time of his life. Sight to behold. Joy and tears both at once.
She spoke the truth, the widow Douglas. They all needed some cleaning up and resting. Tom and Huck and Becky and Muff Potter and everybody else as that goes. It had been an eventful 3 days certain. Why, Tom slept 2 days straight on his own before he came to and made his way back to the river. Becky and him getting lost, hearing Huck jumping on top of him in the treasure, Muff Potter showing us the way. Tom thought too, oh, Joe laying back there, knife sticking out of his belly. Maybe someday some boy or other get lost himself in McDougal's cave, come upon his old bones, rest